Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in our Worlds of Flowers page. We are, just need to adjust my paper, there we go. We've got this pot to do today, so back to doing a pot after yesterday not doing one. And blues, of course, back to our blues. So I've had a little think about what to do. I think I'm just going to start with the Cobalt Blue-Greenish, which is a very pretty colour. We're going to start our pot. I might come in a little closer for you actually. There we go. So I'm going to start with this top bit, and I'm just going to layer up here and then fade a bit. And lots of layers on the edge and less towards the centre. We've done this on all of our pots and it just helps them look similar, match, look more rounded. Now under here I'm not going to switch colours, but I'm thinking it might be a bit darker because it's more shadowy. So I'm not going to fade it quite so much, and I'm going to layer it up more on the edges. You could add a darker pencil. We will use a darker pencil in a bit. But I'm also trying to get the right intensity with this colour. The sun's shining, it's creeping across my book. Now here we've got two parts. We've got a sort of separated off a little bit at the bottom and this main part. Now what I'm thinking is I'll do this part in this colour and we'll introduce a new colour just for that bit. So again I'm putting down more layers at the edge and fading towards the centre of the pot to create that shine and shape. All the S's. Shine and shape. Okay, now I haven't thought about what other colour I'm going to use. Let's have a little look. I think we will use this one because, no, I don't think that'll work. We'll use, this one. This is a turquoise. Now, as we've got a cobalt blue-greenish, hopefully it will go with the Helio turquoise. It's still quite dark, but I think it is a very different shade, so you will see the difference, you see. And I'm going to fade and then go darker here. I will layer that up a bit in a minute. I'm just sort of marking out really, having a look at the colour, seeing how it's going to lay down. Now we have this pattern on the pot. I'm going to just ignore it and let it shine through and show through the pencil that I'm applying. I'm just deepening the colour now. You could choose to go over it with a pen to make it stand out a little bit more. So you could go over it with a white pen, but because we haven't got any sort of white pen much, we've got a bit of shine in the pot above which you can't see. You might want to use a light blue, although I'm not sure. I'm thinking Posca light blue isn't going to match. Something like that to just show it a bit. But think about the fact that we've got a very limited colour palette, so we may not want to introduce too many any new colours. I'm going to use the dark indigo to do some shadows. So this top part of the pot I feel is a sort of lip. So we're going to put a bit of shade underneath it where there will be shadow, and I'm just going to add a little bit to there to really emphasise that is darker. I sort of planned that anyway because I wanted the bit underneath to look significantly darker. Here I'm just going to use a bit here as if there's a little ridge along this line. And I think I'm going to put a bit extra on the edge just to try and emphasise that shape of the pot. Like that. Okay, I'm happy with my pot. Now there are a few lines in the pot where there are scratches in the paper. Those are quite difficult to fill up. I'll get this pencil and I'll show you. you can go in a different direction and sometimes that fills it, but if you add too much colour to try and fill it, it will look too dark. So I'm just going to leave it and make it look like maybe it's an old pot and the paint is fading or something. I don't want to push too much colour in there. Now we haven't used many browny greens, so I'm going to grab one now just because it's different. I think we may have used one in the plant above. This is the earth green yellowish, am I right? No, olive green yellowish, sorry. And I'm going to use it for the whole of each of these little leaves, just because I really want it to show that it's a different green. I could add another green in it, but I think then it wouldn't look so brown. I mean, it is still green, but it's just trying to get a few different colours in there really. If you can hear some talking, it is my children are doing their homework. They get a little bit animated sometimes when they get stuck on their maths and they're trying to help each other. I think they get a bit annoyed with not getting it right. They're very happy once they do get it right, but they're just I thought I would come and record while they're doing their homework because I can't help them. Maths is not my forte. There we go. I could do the lower level maths. I just realised we're really not in the middle, are we? There we go. It gets a bit blurred if we're not in the middle. Now the flowers, what colours? Well, we've got these flowers around here. So I'm going to try and see if I can pick a slightly different colour. But we sort of used all the pinks, I think. So I don't want it too light. This is quite light. Let's make it a little bit more intense. Let's put a bit of magenta in there to start with. They are quite small, but I'm going to try and fade it a bit and put a lighter colour on the tip. As I say, they're quite small, a little bit tricky, and it's a bit messy. I'm being a bit messy, but hey, I'll layer it up and we'll see if it needs some more magenta. What should we use on the tip? I think we use this one, the Pink Madder Lake. I would show you the name, but all you can see is lake. And we'll sort of go over the whole thing and try and sort of mix it up a bit. Polys don't smush together really, but it will blend. You know, the colours layer on top of each other really, and that can work. Let's have a quick look. I think that one needs a little bit more. I've probably gone miles out of the lines. I can't see very well. There we go. So there we are done. I am going to keep that one quite short today. Tomorrow we have a ball of wool to do, so we'll probably do a couple, and then the day after we may do this little pot with the other drawing or painted picture that's pinned to the bottom of our shelving. So we're moving along our shelves bit by bit, so I hope that was okay for you. I had fun with that one. I hope you do enjoy the rest of your day. Happy colouring!